Hey guys, it's Turtle or Taylor, and welcome back to the casting of Frank Stone. With us today, we do have Etiquette Seeker or Joe,
Hello.
and let's get right into it. Chapter 6, Beyond the Gates, and we're back in 2024.
Anything?
Nothing. Not that I can see.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a guy out here.
Yeah, he
Telling
was
you,
stalking in the
Dora's a waste
bushes.
of time.
Whatever's back there, it's important enough that she's put it behind this thing. I think the only way in is to solve it. There's an empty slot, so there must be a missing piece that fits here.
I love puzzles.
Okay.
You'll be much better
let's
at this
say
than
we
I
don't go
will.
hunting around this place for the missing cylinder tumbler thing. Even if you
Let me guess, you're gonna have to find it. It's only gonna be you that's looking. They'll
Just
look, but they won't
me.
find it.
Maybe there's something else in the atrium that's like a clue.
Why would anyone put a clue for their massively complicated lock right out in the open? Practically right in front of it.
Because it's obvious.
Just a guess, but why not try this?
If he opens it, that's gonna. Oh, he opened
Good
something.
guess.
Well, I wasn't actually expecting that to work.
Almost like you knew.
I think she's on
I don't think
something.
he knows. I don't think he knows anything.
I think Stan's just a little stupid, honestly.
I don't think he knows anything. I think that was purely luck.
He's full of himself. He was set here to watch us. By the lady, I can't even remember her name. Augustine? Was that her name?
Yeah, her name's Augustine. I can remember either.
Ooh, creepy. But that also seems to be the theme. Guess we'll just paste the
Very-
walls.
Very dark over there. Oh, there's something on. This is like a toy thing. Yeah.
Oh, it's the Legion.
Murder
Movie
Mill.
review. It's the movie. At first glance, the only real issue with Murder Mill is its unskillful composition, the cinematic equivalent of your sister's kids putting on a play for the family before Thanksgiving dinner. The film sadly begins to dissolve into a vehicle for the filmmakers to not scare us, the audience, but instead show us how many other better horror films they've seen. The thing is, these aspects are not unusual in the genre and have more or less become par for the course on the festival circuits. What was unusual, however, was the oddly unsettling feeling that blanketed the 10 p.m. audience from the first frame, and I honestly cannot explain why.
I didn't know the movie actually released.
I didn't know either. I mean, I guess I thought that it existed, but like, I didn't know like it was actually in theaters.
Wait, who released it if Pame was dead and Chris got sucked through a portal? I guess it was just Linda and
That's
Bonnie
a $1 for an old movie.
and the other guy who I can't remember the name of.
Yeah. Oh my god. $10,000 for a piece of film. She's paid large sums for other 8mm or 8mm films in the past.
Well, you're gonna get money for selling your thing of the film.
It's a key to what? I don't know.
You know what they say about keys. Gotta be a lock nearby. No one says that, Maddie.
It's okay, Maddie. We're all a little crazy.
It's true. No one actually says that. I feel like that's not necessarily true.
I don't know if there's anything up here that requires a key. I feel like if anything, it's downstairs. I don't know. I feel like there's gonna be like slightly different stuff from like when we were here last. But like,
Yeah, for how freaked out they were last time about someone just walking around outside, they seem pretty calm now.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because they couldn't see him in the window anymore.
That's worse, honestly, not being able to see somebody than I'd.
Something's missing.
Oh, look at him. Look at the little totem. I'm pretty sure it's a cow tree. It's not a pig tree, it's a cow tree. I'm just... Oh.
I know you're gonna have to solve a puzzle to solve another puzzle.
By the way, I wonder if this is the answer for the puzzle, just based off the images that are on the paintings. There's house, tree, and his tool.
Could be. There's a figure.
Something
Yeah.
this weird has to be important.
It's just all hillbilly
open?
themed. I wish you walked faster than the stairs. Running kind of does something. Not really.
They should have brought back the balance mini game, like that you do in the other
Coming with me, buddy.
scene thing, and like you have to like hold the railing or like you might trip.
I thought they were gonna block me from going up the stairs, I'm not gonna lie.
They're probably gonna head right back up the stairs, not sure back up here. Honestly.
Oh, and this is tool.
Some kind of hammer. I wonder if it's from the statue of that little dude.
Oh my gosh, 3 puzzles.
And I remembered every single one of them.
One hillbilly and his hammer reunited.
This is my best moment yet.
Okay, time to
How does
unlock
she
it.
know it's a hillbilly?
I don't know. I guess they had to explain it at some point. Okay, so the way I think it's house, tree, and his tool. Unless that's for something else.
What prize lies behind the mystery door? Do I even want to know? Maybe it's a pattern, but I can't make heads or tails of it. Or heads and heads. And heads.
I'm so smart.
Okay.
Look at me go.
Huh. That was not so bad.
Yeah, it was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When I saw how many puzzles there were, I was worried it's gonna be like a Hello Neighbor type puzzle that just doesn't really make sense.
You're just consistently unlocking stuff.
Yeah.
I see the Huntress mask. I'm trying to process who's here and who's not here. It's a pig. Those are snakes.
Well, if you were hoping for some insight into how Augustine's mind works, I think you got your wish.
Hooray.
I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this.
Oh, now we're Linda.
Yep.
Let's take a look around. Be careful.
Explore the reliquary. Pig. Huntress mask. That's just
It's like a
a
museum
statue.
I have no fucking
Another
idea
statue.
what.
We don't really want to talk to
Something
Stan.
unearthly for sure.
I find him annoying. A lot of locked doors in this house. Oh, it's the Frank
Oh, yeah?
Stone mask.
Check this
Oh,
out.
it
What's
is.
Dried blood.
Sure was. Nope, I don't want to do that. At some point, one of
Unlocked door.
these doors are going to be unlocked. Oh. It's a little guy.
There's a fire going in this room, which means someone's been here recently.
I am speaking from the Trade Winds movie theater on Texas Avenue, where we are witnessing some sort of protest, or I don't know. All I am able to report at this point is there have been several attacks on the general public as well as police and medical personnel. It's not overly clear, at least to us, what the catalyst
Well,
for the situation
that's
was.
cheery.
I can confirm that it started in the cinema.
Nice painting.
Mm-hmm.
It's been reported an employee was stomped to death during a showing of Murder Mill.
Stomped to death's crazy.
From here I can see considerable damage.
This whole place is like a film set.
Currently doing their best to control this crowd. Okay. Oh no. Okay, now there is an arrest taking place, and several people are moving in, storming the officers at every side.
80 Empire. Okay.
Oh my god! Okay, that was
There's an explosion going on.
Yeah, the audio in the background's crazy right now.
I can't see. Oh my! Oh, the police have now opened fire. It now sounds like the police line has been broken, and I can't see anything. Oh my god! Oh god!
Holy shit.
Wouldn't Linda have been there?
I don't know. That was just at a no, because they were in Washington, and that was took place in a movie theater in Texas where Murder Mill was showing, and it made everybody, I guess, really violent.
This student film got into movie theaters. And as far away movie theaters. That's pretty impressive.
Mm. Manifestation. Getting back to the settlement would have been easy a few hours ago, but the starlight was now suffocated, strangled by storm clouds. Beatrice could neither see nor hear whether she'd been followed, nor with the air so full of driving rain, as well as cackling of crows cutting across each other quickly enough to sound like a mocking laughter. Their cacophony never seemed to fade, no matter how much the distance she put between herself and the stage. At least she couldn't hear the squelching, the slithering, the screaming. Yet still she pushed on through into the roaring darkness. There was no way she could stop, not now, not when she had no clue where that thing might be, the thing that Stamper had called, conjured, created, not when the memory of it rising from the sludge and ripping Ron apart was still burning bright in her mind.
Interesting book.
Yeah.
I can see words. Is that bleeding through or what? I can see words underneath the actual words, like on the arrows.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna guess it's because it's it's like a book and it was a visual thing. I couldn't tell you what it says. The little cards are cool though.
Yeah.
Right, I think we've looked at everything. I guess we can talk to Stan.
These mean anything to you?
Yeah, actually. It's exactly like in my film, The Prophecy of Pain. You know, right after they open the tomb?
Oh, yeah, totally.
I don't think he's actually watched your
Things
movies.
exactly
I don't think
like
he has
that.
either. I think he's a know-it-all.
There is no tomb in The Prophecy of Pain.
Yeah, sorry. I was getting mixed up with one of the
Come
other.
to think of it, I don't think there are any tombs in any of my movies. Never been into ancient curses and all that kind of fantasy stuff. But you know that, right? Since you're such a big fan of my work?
She's calling him out.
Okay, look.
You haven't seen a single one of my films, have you?
I am a fan of your reputation.
Sure.
Honestly, just when it comes to movies, I'm more of a crowd pleaser. Is it Cliff Barra?
My films examine the persistence of evil in the heart of humanity. I'm sorry they're not crowd-pleasing enough for you. But now that you've shown your hand, why don't you tell me how you actually came into possession of the film?
Well, if that's what you want to know, I'm afraid I am gonna need something in exchange.
I can offer you my friendship.
That's what I was thinking.
There's really only one thing I can offer you.
Which is?
My friendship.
You're joking, right?
You strike me as someone who doesn't end up with a lot of people in your corner.
That's your opinion.
I'm pretty sure that whatever Augustine's up to does not involve us getting the sweet end of the deal.
Point.
If we've got any shot at figuring out what's going on and maybe getting the upper hand, we gotta trust each other.
There's only one person I trust, and he's got 2 thumbs, and he's this guy.
You can trust me, Stan. I will give you my word on that. If you tell me the truth about your film strip.
I'll have to get back to you on that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised that kind of worked.
It's still an asshole. We can't talk to him anymore. I think he's angry.
But now he's your friend.
And we can't talk to her
Really?
either.
At least he will be whenever he tells you where he got it from, the film strip.
Mhm.
This is... No.
Ooh, it's the
There's
camera
no
that
way.
broke
It can't.
that she
Oh my
kept.
God.
Hey, Linda. You should really come see.
Is it the original broken camera though, or is it the camera that Chris dropped when she got sucked
What
into
is
the
this?
the
It
void?
was just a
No,
screen
that
camera
camera
from
was the
James
old
Page.
camera. Remember that's the camera that they dropped whenever
Contain
the
well
officer,
great
the
power,
sheriff showed up
can take many
and
physical
got scared.
forms, often manifest as keepsakes of past victims. Victims. Keepsakes of past victims, which can become protective talismans for those who bear them.
What do you think it means?
I don't know. But it must be important to Augustine if it was left open on this page.
Maybe it's...
I think they're
Uh-oh.
not supposed to be in there.
Got one of them old school elevators you see, like in movies. I don't know why y'all all decided to. Yeah, I don't know why y'all decided to attack him. He didn't do anything. He just came up from the elevator.
That's crazy. Alright guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and cut it there. We finished off chapter 6 with it being pretty short, but we did discover some pretty creepy things about Augustine. So I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Bye.